Okay, welcome back. In the last episode, we started building our wall, and I should probably decide where I want to put like town gates in before I finish completely building one ring around the town. I mean, we have one town gate, but I would like at least one other, maybe on this side of the town. It's going to have to be a big ass wall though, so this is going to be fun. It's not. I hate something like that when you have to really plan things out and just you can't build straight, which I kind of hate. I do like building straight because that's the thing I'm good at. I can draw a line, but that's about it. Okay, so I'm not a very artsy person. It's just yeah, I'm not good at it, or I don't like it too much. I don't know. Anyway, back on topic. I was also interrupted. It's sorted out now. Rumi had to tell me she's going to the cinema now. Yes, that is why people call me. My grandmother's the same. It's like the one time I'm sitting in a lecture and I forgot to switch my cell phone to silent. She calls me. Everybody notices it because, as you might have noticed, I have a very loud ringtone. Um, and I push her away. Well, I decline the call because you can't do that, and because I refuse to leave the lecture for a call. And often she tries again because she doesn't get the message. And then sometimes she asks me if I'm in a lecture right now. Or I call her back afterwards because then I have time to call people and to talk to people. And yeah, I ask what was up. And she's like, yeah, I just wanted to see if you're in a lecture. And I'm like, yes, I was. Thank you. It was embarrassing. That's what always bothers me about people. They just don't think sometimes. And it's my main reason for hating myself. And there have been worse times. Um, there have been times when people were basically call me every 30 minutes or something for whatever contrived reason they could come up with. Or as soon as a reason popped up, they decided to call me because they could, and it's been really annoying. I can tell you that. My family is a bit special in that regard. I love most of them, but they are special to say the least. And that's the very least. Not going to say much more. They're not dumb or anything, but they're really special. Let's keep it there. I won't give you any details about my family here, because that is simply not your business. I don't feel like giving away such detail about myself or my privacy, or my private life. We have those snows. They look kind of weird. I don't know. I think they look weird. But who am I to judge an animal? I mean, those chickens they look okay actually. But back to the point. Don't do that. Don't right-click randomly. Yeah. I'm gonna record one more episode here, well, I'm gonna record this and then I'll do some papers, please, because I kind of have to do the video by today, and didn't get to do it yet due to the lab practice because I actually wanted to record yesterday, but then I didn't get to it. I came home, I almost instantly fell asleep, and I was dead tired, and I was very tired and didn't feel like recording before training, and then it was training time, and I do try to get to training every time because trying to lose a few pounds and cycling there, doing some sword fighting, and cycling back is a good way to burn through some calories. So yeah, it's always the first step when you try to lose some weight is basically overcoming your laziness. So you have to do something, and I don't believe in those miracle diets that sometimes pop up where you don't have to do anything. I mean, you had the fun of eating all the stuff, so it's only fair that you have a bit of trouble getting rid of all the weight. So I accept that, and yeah, that's where I'm at right now. Yeah, it's going to be a slow process, but who cares? I mean, I'm cycling a lot. I actually managed to cut down my traveling time to the institute on a bike to less than 1 hour. I I kind of had that as my goal for this semester. I already met that goal because my last trip was 59 minutes and 17 seconds, so I am officially below 1 hour now. I had a little stopwatch running on my cell phone. So yeah, the new goal is 55 minutes. We'll see if I manage that. I will keep you updated, and maybe I don't know, I'll do something if I manage it. I'm quite happy about it, and I don't think I can go much faster because I have a trekking bike. It's not a racing bike. Otherwise, I'd probably not aim for the hour, but maybe for 40 minutes straight. But yeah, it's a trekking bike, so I don't think I can feasibly go much faster than 35 to 40 kilometers per hour. Don't ask me how much that is in miles per hour. I will never bother learning those conversions. At least not if I can help it. So yeah, uh, I just don't think there is a feasible way to go much faster on a trekking bike. At least not for 30 kilometers, because that's a bloody long. It's a bloody long distance if you really have to do it. Also, I don't think I wanted to plant those mushrooms there. Suppose I should have gone for a smaller field over here or something. Why do I have that tool chest there? I think I had that for a reason, but I don't think that reason is given anymore. I suppose I had it here because I wanted to get rid of some things that were lying on the walls here and basically blocking constructions, these selfish little buggers. But I can't help it. Okay, I'm actually fairly tired. I slept a bit in the train. I didn't take the bike today. The weather doesn't look that friendly, and it's not very nice. It's not very pleasant to cycle when you're completely drenched. I had that. I did that a few times back when I was doing the inventory for or when I was taking stock for the institute in 2012. I actually went by bike almost every day I went there. Oh my, Rick is getting his ass handed to him. And I think he died. Yep, the Highlander died. To something that shouldn't actually have killed him. Well, he died on a pile of gold, that's something. And now I will probably have to get that corpse out there without dying. Okay, this will get unpleasant. So Rick has died. The third Highlander died. And I mean, I do notice a trend here. I also have to come up with a way to get that corpse out without getting my people killed, because I don't want to have more corpses there. Graves, that is a Highland. Where did they go? Where did you go? There. Yep, place him here. Okay, that didn't go well for poor Rig. I think they need a bit more balancing, because I don't think it's necessarily my fault that all those Highlanders die. I mean, I can't control them, and I can't have more heroes, so we'll see what the next hero will be. Maybe it's going to be something more durable than a piece of tinfoil. Maybe we should have worn pants, that often helps. Anyway, where was I before that? So, I was talking about something. Also, that's something I mentioned in the Dig or Die Let's Play already. It's one of the things that always bother me a bit in video games, because this is not a natural soil. Um, you can actually only dig easily through the first few centimeters, or well, not the first few, but the layer you can actually dig through is quite often considerably thinner than this. And you have like if you have such a profile here, you would actually have a well, the plant layer on top. Obviously, you'd have some roots, and then you'd go down and you'd have clay and sand and all that stuff. So actually, we call this the humus layer from humic acids and humic substances, which are basically generated by plants and by decomposing plants and all that kind of stuff, which goes down a bit. That is always the top layer. On most of the times, it's the top layer. Then you have a variety of things, most likely a bit of a mixture of older, well, far decomposed organic substance and the stuff from below. So you have that's how soil basically is created. You have a stone layer that is slowly eroded by sun and water and wind and all that stuff. So that slowly gets eaten away and slowly gets destroyed and turned into to smaller bits. Like you have, for example, you have very small cracks in the rock that eventually fill up with water, and then you have winter and it freezes and expands and basically breaks those and expands those cracks. There's actually I think that was, no, I don't think that was used, but it's a known phenomenon. And basically, it gets smaller over time, and then you have eventually you have plants that colonize that newly formed soil, and eventually those, for example, you have smaller plants and you have trees that grow, and eventually you have a layer of dead plant life on it that gets decomposed by bacteria and worms and all that kind of stuff that slowly migrates in. And yeah, the roots and everything and infiltrating water keep eroding away the bottom layer, and you stack up more plant life and more fine stuff on top of that, on top of the soil, and you slowly get those so-called horizons. And you can actually see what is where. It's kind of interesting. And this is not a profile that will happen in natural soils. And I don't know. I don't like how many games just portray the soil as like you have diggable soil, then you have a stone, then you have diggable soil. It's not like that. And especially with all the games that allow you to mine lately, like Dwarf Fortress actually does it reasonably well. You have soil, then you have stones all the way through. That is actually correct. And this is not so much correct. I mean, you see that the stones just stop here. Okay, that could be a boulder that is has been put there by, I don't know, glacier or something. Although it probably wouldn't be here. Anyway, just saying, this is not how soil should look. Then again, it would probably be boring if you only had stones on the lower floor. Okay, you do have stones on the lower floor. That makes sense. And they got that right. But there are games that let you have all sorts of soils and or that basically have soil all the way down, and I don't like that. It just bothers me because I studied this nonsense, and I have to put it to use somehow. So why not ranting about games that don't do the soil or the layer order correctly? Yeah, I could actually talk about that. I mean, some people do like the nerdy, geeky stuff. Seems to be kind of a trend nowadays. Actually, it's been for a while now. But I'm always a bit late at picking up trends because I don't care. Okay, and I have 20 seconds left, so I'm gonna cut the video here. Not much was done this episode. We built a bit more walls. I think before I sign off here, I'm going to try to decide where I want to have gatehouses, like the one we have here, just well, more of those basically. I think one will go over here, maybe. Actually, no, I would have to flatten a lot of land for that. I won't have a gatehouse here. I will have one on this side though. Not sure if it's. I think it's going to be somewhere here. I mean, that's at least it's flat land. I probably wouldn't build a town wall like over a sand layer because you can very easily dig through sand if you are smart enough. But most invaders aren't in this game. What else can I do here? I think that should be it. I do want a town gate on this side of the river though, because I can't seal off this entire side, and I can't squeeze it in here. I don't want to squeeze it in here, because, well, those will have to go eventually. Those were all temporary stockpiles, but they will have to go. This won't have to go, and I don't think I can build too close to the wall here, so the wall might be a bit thinner on this side. But I really can't squeeze one of those constructions in here. Like this is just too big. I like the general idea, but it won't fit in there. I should probably use the minimap more to travel around. But I like the WASD controls. So yeah, it's probably going to be over here. This mountain might have to go for that, or I might have to expand it actually. So I might actually have the gatehouse on top. That sounds like a plan. There will be a small barrack inside, just so I can have troops in there, like this. I don't want too many gatehouses because then I would need way more soldiers than I have, and that I will ever have available. But yeah, I think this is a good spot for a town gate. So can I mark that somehow? I would like to mark that. So I'm gonna put a sign here, and I hope this will be put down here soon because I would like this to say future townhouse, just so I remember it. I do like the kind of in-character way of placing a note, although I would prefer some things to be just notable out of character, like small planning things, or maybe if there was an area that spawns monsters, I would probably want to denote that without having to send one of my townies over there, because, well, that seems to be kind of dangerous. And I wouldn't want to sacrifice him just for a sign, although maybe the sign is a pretty awesome thing and it would warn the other townies. However, I will wait for the sign to be placed, and then I will sign off this episode. Just having a drink, because I felt a bit parched. Okay. By the way, I don't think the Wazhack Let's Play is going to stay much longer, because, I don't know, people don't seem to like it that much. Um, it's also not one of the games that I uh, greatly enjoy Let's Playing. I've had a lot of fun with the game. I've played it for way too long, but it's probably not the best game to Let's Play because of the randomness and, oh my goodness, a military merchant. Whoa! Okay, would someone replace this stupid sign now? I know it's not a stupid sign, it's a very intelligent sign because it's placed at a very smart point. Anyway, um, where was I? Where was I? Right. Um, yeah, the World Attack Let's Play. It's not a game I think that makes too much sense to Let's Play. I won't show all the classes because after all, I do want people to try them out on their own. There's the merchant. Didn't get trapped in those fly traps. That's well done, you. Also, I think there should be a ghost of that hero at some point, so let's check that out quickly. -10, it was over here somewhere, right? Rick, where did you die? Oh, there he is. Okay, there's a stink cloud, which is pretty much taken from Dwarf Fortress. They even took the purple color. Okay, this goat will probably be cursed or something. Actually, it's probably not, but you get my point. Okay, what do I want to buy here? Let's do some trading quickly. I don't really want the iron longsword and iron weapons because I have better stuff. I do want this, and why not? Can I make a blessed iron breastplate? Probably not, so I'm gonna buy this, and I'm going to sell all my useless stuff. So what am I not using anymore? Not using this, and all the iron stuff, and the diorite I'm gonna keep. Sell this, and that, and that, and this, and that. Oh my, oh right, I have to select all those separately. Okay, if I close that, will that actually remove everything? I hope not. Ooh, bone swords. Yeah, I don't want those. I'm gonna keep the bow because I don't know if I need those. Hobgoblin agree. I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna sell all the bone stuff because I can make more of that. Goblin Knight will keep that. I think we are out of Goblin Knight, or I think we don't need Goblin Knight anymore. Spiderite? No, I think Hobgoblin is still where we're at. We don't have the diorite to actually equip everybody if memory serves. I'm gonna check that, but we have a lot of stuff that can be sold anyway, so I'm gonna sell that. I need Goblin Knight boots, I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna sell the Spiderite because I'm fairly sure that is something we do not need anymore. So I'm gonna sell all the iron stuff, all the decorative stuff. Iron, iron, wooden, iron, that's an elven bow, we're gonna keep that. Spiderite, nature's wand. Do I want to keep? I'm gonna keep that. This, and I'm gonna keep that. The stone hammer is useful because you can build with it, although I don't see myself using that too often anyway, either. I'm gonna keep one of them. So we have that. This and that. That's a diorite axe. I'm gonna keep that. Iron axe, be gone. Be gone. Be gone. Actually, I'm gonna cut the video here because I don't think that's too exciting to watch, and I'm gonna end this, and we'll be back after this is done. So I'll see you next time. Bye.